Good day, everyone. I am pleased to continue the list of short insights over the CTA-LTM version 3 syllabus, our latest released syllabus which focuses on managing the test activities of a project. Some words about myself. I am Ecaterina Irina Manole. I am a dedicated quality enthusiast in all the matters I handle for more than 15 years, as a product owner, as a testing generalist, trainer, coach, and mother. Focusing on people and processes in both strategic and operational management perspectives, I've provided valuable business consultancy to various international clients, from smaller to large-scale projects, seeking to enhance their process maturity for product delivery. For people, I am dedicating time for coaching, guiding people in their career development or for finding best career matches, but also guiding them through life coaching. Being convinced that the more you know about your people, the better you will run your business, having a vast experience in both traditional or agile, and being constantly at pace with emerging subjects in the interest matters. As an experienced consultant, I am dedicated to continuous learning and improving people's lives and businesses altogether. Now, let's move on to the details of one of the sections for which I am the lead author, test estimation. Our intention here is to present the added value of test estimation as an essential part of the advanced level test management syllabus. This presentation intends not to substitute an accredited training on the basis of the advanced level test management syllabus version 3. The importance of test estimation. As a critical activity, it is because it directly impacts project planning, resource allocation, and budgeting. Accurate estimates help set realistic expectations for stakeholders and ensure that testing efforts align with the overall project timeline and goals. The primary goal is to estimate how much time, effort, and money will be needed to complete the testing tasks, which involves considering various factors such as product's complexity, the development processes, and the skills of the testing team. Test estimation is different from project estimation because it specifically focuses on testing activities which are often sub-projects within larger projects. It's important to break down the testing project into specific activities like test planning, test execution, and reporting before the estimation begins. Looking at the main characteristics of test estimation in test management, we would have 3 important points to mention. The first point is effort estimation. Effort is typically measured in person hours or story points required to complete the testing tasks. It's crucial to differentiate between the actual test effort and the duration of test activities. For example, it might take 100 person hours to complete a task, but this could span over several weeks depending on resource availability. The second point important as a characteristic of test estimation is time estimation. Time is a critical resource in any project. Estimating time involves calculating both calendar days and working days to ensure that the testing fits within the project milestones. For example, if testing needs to be completed within 3 months, we need to consider holidays, weekends, and other non-working days. As a third characteristic, I would bring up here cost estimation. Cost involves budgeting for test resources, tools, and infrastructure. It's essential to estimate these costs accurately to avoid budget overruns. For example, using a particular test automation tool may reduce effort but might increase costs. This has to be balanced. More about the factors that influence test effort you can find in this section of the syllabus, 2.2, subsection factors which may influence test effort. and also in section 1.2 of the syllabus called The Context of Testing, where you can find more about factors that affect the entire test estimation. We will go further and let's talk about how do we select the test estimation technique. Since the estimated values are important to test management because they will impact the project, these values will be delivered to project management along with explanations that will support a dialogue that most often results in changing input parameters like test scope, based on which the estimates will be adjusted. It's crucial to document the assumptions made during estimation and be prepared to adjust estimates as the project progresses and new information becomes available. More about the test estimation techniques you can find in the ISTQB Foundation Level Syllabus version 4. The estimation techniques are broadly categorized into metric-based and expert-based approaches. The choice of technique depends on several factors. One factor would be estimation error. Some techniques, like three-point estimations, provide a way to calculate standard deviation, which helps in understanding the variability of the estimate. Data availability. These are techniques like ratio-based estimation, which rely on historical data. If such data is not available, expert judgment might be a better option. Expert availability. Methods like Delphi technique or planning poker rely on the insights of experienced team members. Time constraints. Some techniques are more time-consuming than others. For instance, planning poker is quick and collaborative, while mathematical modeling might take more time. These factors reflect the fact that the selection criteria of the proper test estimation technique are highly dependent on the context of testing, and that in order to select the proper estimation technique, first the complexity and context of the topic has to be determined. I would like to offer you a 5-minute example from the automotive industry. It's, I think, the first industry in which I've worked. I've put up a scenario. Let's imagine you're working on a project to develop the software for an advanced driver assistance system, ADAS, let's say, in a new electric vehicle. The ADAS software includes features like automatic emergency braking, lane keeping assistance, and adaptive cruise control. The project follows a hybrid development model with both iterative and sequential phases. The first step would be estimating activities. First, the test levels need to be identified, such as unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and acceptance testing. Next, we will break down the testing tasks. For example, under system testing, we might have tasks like test lane keeping assistance and test adaptive cruise control. Second step would be considering influencing factors over these activities. These influencing factors, you can find them also in the syllabus in the subsection 222. Such factors could be product complexity. The ADAS software is complex and safety critical, requiring thorough testing, this increasing the testing effort. Development process. It was mentioned in the notes that the project uses a hybrid model, so you'd need to estimate the effort for both iterative testing during the agile phases and more structured testing during the sequential phases. Another factor that would be important would be people. The testing team includes experts in automotive software, which helps in more accurate estimation. However, the project timeline coincides with the holiday season, which needs to be factored into the time estimation. Another factor to consider is test context. Testing will be distributed across multiple test centers, including on-road testing in different geographical locations with different time zones, which adds complexity to the coordination and communication efforts. Next step would be selecting estimation techniques that are useful for our testing project. Given the complexity of the product and the hybrid model, you might choose to use wideband Delphi, for example, for the more complex aspects, such as safety critical features, and planning poker for estimating tasks in the agile phases. And the first step in our example would be the estimation. For example, you estimate testing the lane keeping assistance feature will require 500 person hours with a duration of 6 weeks due to the need for extensive on-road testing in different conditions. The cost estimation will definitely include expenses for specialized testing equipment such as cameras and sensors and the use of test tracks. In this scenario, accurate test estimation is crucial to ensuring that the ADAS features are thoroughly tested and meet safety standards without exceeding budget or delaying the project. By considering the various influencing factors and selecting appropriate estimation techniques, the test manager can provide realistic estimates that guide the project's success. This concludes the example, and in closing, I would like to say that the Certified Tester Advanced Level Test Management version 3 will provide you with a general understanding of the main characteristics of test estimation, what factors need to be considered in test estimation, best practice and factors for the selection of the estimation technique, benefits and use of test estimation, handling of test estimation in different software development life cycles. As a crucial aspect of test management, test estimation is the process of predicting the time, effort, and cost required to complete testing activities within a project. It's an essential part of ensuring that testing is delivered on time, within budget, and with the desired quality. This concludes my presentation. Thank you for your attention, and I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. Here we have a first question. I don't have currently any ISTQB certificate. I've only have a lot of years experience. What do you recommend to me? I would recommend taking a free trial exam, which is offered by some exam providers to test your knowledge. This would be a first. Also, I want to add here that during our professional career, there is a lot of noise, let's call it, from all the projects that we go through. And then our basic knowledge that we would like to have as solid gets somehow affected by all these. So it's always a good idea to come back to basics and have your knowledge be put back in place by having the ISTQB exam again. Let's see if we have another question. Okay. How do the characteristics of the product being tested influence the accuracy of test effort estimation? Okay. The characteristics of the product, such as its size, complexity, quality, play a significant role in the accuracy of the test estimation. For example, the size of the product can impact, for example, larger projects generally require more extensive testing, which increases the effort needed. Then complexity. Products with complex domains or multiple integration, let's say, like some systems involving hardware and software, they really require more detailed and extensive testing. These are some examples. Hope this answers your question, and we'll go to the next one. What strategies can be employed to mitigate the risk associated with the influence given by the characteristics of the product being tested over the accuracy of test effort estimation? Just 1 second, I need to read it again. What strategies can be employed? Okay. Some strategy to mitigate risks. This could be early risk assessment. This strategy basically identifies high-risk areas in the product that might require more testing effort and factor these into the initial estimate. Use of historical data. In this way, the leverage of data from previous projects of similar size and complexity to refine estimates. Iterative estimates. As more information becomes available during the project, the estimates should be revised iteratively to ensure they remain accurate. Another possibility would be buffering, including a contingency buffer in estimates would account for unforeseen complexities or issues that may arise along the process. Well, I will continue answering questions as they come as comments in LinkedIn. So thank you very much for being here today, and I'm really happy for having this presentation. Thank you.